Spring break is supposed to be the best week of the year. No classes, no deadlines, no responsibilities. Just sun, water, and the kind of freedom that only exists for a few days before the real world pulls you back. You plan for it, you save for it, you count down to it. And when it finally comes, you go somewhere beautiful and you let your guard down. That is the whole point, letting your guard down. But here is what nobody tells you about the places people go to feel free. The strangers around you can feel it too. They can see the moment you stop paying attention. They notice when you wander off the marked path. They watch from across the bar when you set down your drink. They follow at a distance you never think to check. Spring break puts you in an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar people and tells you to relax. And most of the time that is exactly what happens, but sometimes it is not. These are 4 stories from 4 people whose spring break became something they spent years trying to forget. Story 1. The Forbidden Trail. This happened in 1985. I was a junior at Wharton. I was dating a woman named Maria who was from Puerto Rico. We decided to go hiking in El Yunque rainforest. When we arrived, a section of the trail we wanted was closed. Barriers up. Maria did not care about the barriers. She knew these forests. So we waited until no one was watching, slipped past the barrier, and went in. At first, it felt like we had found something rare. We were an hour in when Maria screamed. A mongoose lying across the trail. Its head had been removed. Clean cut, precise, deliberate, and it was fresh. I tried to keep my voice level. Told Maria it was probably nothing. We moved past quickly. After a while, Maria said she wanted to go back. I agreed without hesitation. When we reached the spot where the mongoose had been, the body was gone. I looked up. It was hanging from a branch above the trail, strung up with twine, turning slowly in the still air. Maria's scream came before I had even fully processed what I was seeing, and we ran. We were maybe 2 minutes into running when we heard it behind us. A woman screaming. Not calling for help, screaming the way someone screams. We did not stop. We ran until the trailhead appeared and a park ranger was standing there. He called the police. Nobody ever told us what they found. Story 2. The Beach Encounter. A group of friends. A secluded beach in Alabama. The first evening was everything we wanted it to be. Then we noticed the car. An old SUV moving slowly along the road. On the 4th pass it stopped. A man got out, tall, moving with the loose, exaggerated confidence of someone who had been drinking. He walked toward us across the sand. He told us we were on his property. Before any of us could respond, he reached into his jacket and pulled out a knife. My dog Bean hit him hard enough that he went down. He scrambled to his feet and left. We walked back to the parking lot. My tires had been slashed, all 4 of them. He had already planned to make sure we could not leave. Story 3. The Miami Setup. Spring break 2023. My friend Michelle and I went to Miami. The beach I met a man. Charming, easy to talk to. I gave him my number. That evening he texted and invited us to a bar, until I noticed him near my drink. His hand was moving specifically positioned over my glass. I told Michelle I was leaving and we left. Outside, she was not there. I looked back through the window. She was still sitting at the table. Then a text came from her number. Open the door. I was standing on the street. No door made sense. Then another message. My first name. I looked through the glass. Story 4. The Charleston Stalker. My friend Lena and I chose Charleston. On the 3rd night, I got a text. Hey. Then another. Look outside. We were at a bar later when another message came. That is a nice red jacket. I was wearing a red jacket. We got back to the Airbnb and locked everything. The food delivery came. The man outside did not hand me the food. He stood there looking at me. Then he asked me to open the door wider. I said no. He started knocking hard, insistent. The police found him nearby. He had worked at a cafe we visited. He had been following us since that morning, all day. 4 trips, 4 people who did everything right. And it was almost not enough. Trust those instincts. That feeling in the back of your neck is the most important thing you brought with you. And stay safe out there, because the best spring break stories are the ones where nothing happened. Make sure to like and subscribe to Unsolved Darkness for more terrifying stories every week. Good night.